What's going on, everybody? I'm Jake the Lawn Kid. Welcome back to yet another video. Today, we're going to be talking all about the Quicksnap sprinkler system. Now, the one thing that spiked this was the fact that I did a complete comprehensive step-by-step video last summer where I showed you how to make your own DIY sprinkler system out of materials that you can get from the big box store. If you want to see that video, I will leave it here in the eye in the top right corner as well as linked in the description below. Here we are into the spring, heading into the summer very soon. Not at the moment, but very soon. We're going to be heading into the summer. So it's time to start thinking about how I'm going to go about watering the lawn again. Now, that DIY system worked great for me, and I would recommend it for anybody with a lawn, 5,000 square foot or less, if you're looking for a little makeshift DIY irrigation system that you could set up 2 to 3 times a week that'll cover your lawn quickly. No harm, no foul there. Great system. Once again, click the link up here and down below as well to see that video. Now, I will say this. Aside from it being a great system that I put together, there is one complaint that I think wastes a little bit of time with that system, and something that I would like to correct with this brand new product that I'm about to show you guys. And that one problem is the fact that when I put my sprinkler system out, I always have to go through the process of putting the heads back where they were, recalibrating them, readjusting the stream, because every time you take them up, you know, you're never going to put them back the same that first second, right? You always got to take a second to recalibrate them, readjust the stream, readjust the span, because things will often bump around as you're taking them out, putting them back in, taking them out, putting them back in. So it's just a lot of wasted time. So what we're going to talk about today is a partner that I've picked up here on this YouTube channel about a month and a half ago that I believe complements the concept of this DIY system very well and does it by taking away that extra time of having to calibrate your sprinklers. So let's get into the video. All right, so here is the new product right here. This is the Quicksnap sprinkler head. So basically what you get here is a pro quality sprinkler for the average DIYer. Now, more specifically, what I'm trying to say is you get a pro quality sprinkler head like you see right here. By the way, there's a bunch of different variations of these sprinklers that you can get. Like this one I'm holding here, this is the rotor version. We're primarily going to talk about these a little bit. And then you also get the pop-up ones, and you know, there's all sorts of different, you know, little micro lineups within this brand that we'll be talking about later on. But the main thing we're going to talk about, you know, the features here and installation, but just stick with me here, all right? So what you get here is a pro quality sprinkler head with a little valve here that actually connects to your hose, right? So the cool thing is the head's underground, but you can still keep your hoses above ground, and whenever you need to pull your hoses out, you simply just have this little quick connector on your hose. This end goes on the hose, this end goes in the sprinkler. Take this little orange cap off, and then what you do, simply just click it in like so. So check that out right there. Boom. Quick connect, sprinkler pops up, waters the lawn for however long you need to get a ½ inch of water down. So about 30 minutes, an hour, depending on your water pressure and how long it takes. And then when you're done, you just simply take it out. Hear that sound? That's pretty cool. Let me play that by a couple of times. Put the orange plug back in, and boom. Move on to the next sprinkler or next zone or however many of these you have set up. Let's go ahead and install it. So what you want to do first up when you're installing a system like this is you want to map out the area that you're going to cover, and you want to figure out what offers you the best coverage. Now, real quick, before I continue on with that, I would like to just go ahead and emphasize what is good coverage when installing your own DIY irrigation system. Just to sum it up, head-to-head coverage, right? As long as you're getting overlap from one head to the neighboring head, wherever you have your sprinklers, I promise you that's going to ensure you the best coverage. It's going to make sure that you're getting things covered evenly, and then with that, you're not going to have any underwatered spots, overwater spots. The entire lawn's going to get watered as it's intended to be. So once you've figured that out, you're good to go. And as you can see from this drawing of my lawn here, I've come to find that with 5 of the rotor heads, again, we're just talking about the rotor heads, but you guys get the idea. It works the same with any other head, but in this case, we're doing the rotor heads. The rotor heads, 5 of these will cover my front lawn evenly. As you can see, 4 corners and 1 in the center. So once you've gotten your areas figured out where you're going to get that good head-to-head coverage, now it's time to actually go ahead and install these and put them in the ground. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so the first thing you want to do, obviously, again, is a little bit of slight tweaking here and adjustments. You want to put the sprinklers in the areas, adjust the span, adjust the stream distance, all that stuff, adjust it. As I've talked about before, slight mist in the stream, adjust the span so that's on the lawn and not going too much onto the concrete, and you should be good to go. Once you've done that, go ahead, start digging your hole. Ideally, you want to dig about 7.5 inches deep by 3 to 4 inches wide. Doing so will leave enough room for the head to be deep in the ground so that it's not too low to the point where the grass will block its coverage, not too high to the point where it's susceptible to being mowed over, and having that width will just be enough to make sure that you're incorporating this guy, right? You want to make sure that you have enough room for the hose attachment that will sit beside it in the ground. If you do that, you're going to be good to go. Here's the hole right here that I just dug. I don't know how this is going to show up on camera, but just dug this hole. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this sprinkler here, sprinkler number 2. We did sprinkler number 1 just yesterday. I'm going to grab the hose, put the hose on for a second, figure out where, figure out which direction I want to put this head in so that it's spraying smoothly. And then once I figure that out, I'm going to go ahead and fill in the dirt here, bury it, and we're good to go. Just check it one more time for the sake of getting the video. There we go. Don't need to turn the sprinkler on for this. We're good there, but I just need to, figure out the span. Check it one more time. There we go. That's good. I'm pretty good with that. Then once you're done, you just want to go ahead and fill it in with some dirt. Typically what I like to do is I like to use the existing dirt that I took out. I also like to throw in a little bit of surplus soil from the site itself, so then that way I can ensure that once I have the sprinkler filled back in and ready to go, then I can just rest assured know that little to nothing is going to settle over time, and if it does settle, again, minimal damage, not too hard to fix that, so good to go. All right, let's give her a shot. Let's kick her on. Not bad at all. Check that out. She is running smooth. That's what I like to see. Now, got a bunch of material right there. Don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. Possibly going to end up bringing that over here or something and using it in some bare areas. I don't know. But got some excess material left over. Didn't use all of it, so yeah, let's continue on with the job and get her done. We got 2 more. Well, at least I think we could do 2 more tonight. So I want to try and get those 2 in the front done over there. And then once those 2 are done, we're good to go. And then this last thing I want to go ahead and provide for you guys here, this is going to be optional. This is actually going to do with another partner of mine, and that is going to be my friends over at Green County Fertilizer. For those who've been watching my channel regularly, you guys know that they're the ones who make the Next Fertility products. Great products, by the way. Use them all the time, my lawn and landscape, for all of my fertility needs. And there's one cocktail from that line that I like to use specifically for projects like this, where I'm, digging up areas of the lawn, wanting to make sure that once I put the grass back, that it roots back into the dirt where it belongs. And that is going to be a mix that I have coined the Dry Spot Healer, which is basically 6 ounces of the RGS product and 9 ounces of the Humic 12 product. I typically like to mix that up in a hose end sprayer, backpack sprayer, whatever. If you want more information on those materials, all the links will be down below for that. Typically like to hose those areas down to their black, paint them black, and don't look back. So that's exactly what I'm going to do here. If you do that, I promise you good prospering results with both your sprinklers and the grass that you diluted to put the sprinklers in. So there you go, guys. There's a new rundown of these brand new sprinklers, how they work, how to install them step by step. Make sure, if you're not, subscribe and stay tuned, as we have a ton of awesome content coming up on this cool concept, as well as how to properly calibrate them so that you're getting the best out of your coverage. So yeah, more to come on that once we get into the summer heat. So again, stay tuned, subscribe, leave a like down down below, leave a comment, let me know what you think about this. If you have any additional questions, leave those down below as well, and I will try to get back to those as soon as I can. With that, I'm Jake the Lawn Kid. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. If I don't see you guys next time, your lawn is going to be dominated. See you later.